Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that the world has quietly changed. Not with a loud announcement, not with a sudden disaster, but with a slow, silent shift that has been happening for years. A shift where machines are no longer just helping us, they are replacing us. Today we talk about something many people feel but very few discuss openly. The end of cheap labor and the rising wave of automation that is reshaping the job market forever. For decades, industries across the world depended on one thing: human labor at low cost. Whether it was factories, call centers, retail counters, or delivery services, companies thrived because millions of people were willing to work long hours for minimal pay. But now, the math has changed. Machines don't fall sick, they don't demand raises, they don't take lunch breaks, they don't form unions, and most importantly, they don't quit. For a business, this is the perfect worker. For workers around the world, this is a growing threat. From manufacturing to customer support, from transportation to content creation, automation is no longer a futuristic prediction. It's the present reality. Companies are investing billions in robotics, artificial intelligence, and advanced software because it saves money in the long run. A robot arm can work 24 hours a day without complaining. An AI chatbot can handle thousands of customer queries at a single moment. A self-driving system can navigate roads more precisely than a tired human driver. Slowly, quietly, job roles that once required people are disappearing, and those that remain are changing faster than anyone expected. But the biggest question is this: why now? Why is automation rising so quickly? The answer is simple. The world has entered a stage where efficiency matters more than anything else. Global competition is fierce, costs are rising, and technology has advanced to a point where machines can do tasks that were once considered uniquely human. We are living in a time when companies must choose between higher human expense or cheaper automated systems. And the truth is, most companies have already made their choice. The result? Millions of workers around the globe are at risk. Jobs like data entry, assembly line work, basic accounting, driving, telecalling, and even low-level creative work are being taken over by automation. You may not notice it immediately, but slowly the number of humans needed for the same work is shrinking. Where a factory once needed 500 workers, now it may need only 50. The rest is done by machines. But this crisis is not just about job loss. It's about a bigger transformation of society. For generations, people were taught a simple idea: study hard, get a job, work for a company, and your life will be stable. But now, that traditional formula is breaking. The jobs that existed 10 years ago may not exist in the next 10, and the jobs that will dominate the future require skills that most people were never trained for. The danger lies not in machines becoming powerful, but in humans becoming unprepared. When technology evolves faster than education systems, faster than skill development, and faster than public awareness, a gap forms, one that leaves millions vulnerable. And today, that gap is widening. Some people say, but automation will also create new jobs. Yes, that is true. New industries will emerge, new roles will appear, but here's the hard truth. The new jobs are not for everyone. They require specialized skills, digital skills, analytical skills, creative problem-solving skills. And unless people adapt quickly, the opportunities created by technology will belong only to a small percentage of the population. So, what does this mean for the average worker? It means the era of cheap labor is ending. Not because humans don't want to work, but because machines can now do the same work faster, cheaper, and more accurately. And this shift is pushing the world into a new kind of job crisis. One where unemployment won't come from lack of jobs, but from lack of skills. If you're watching this video, remember one important thing: the future belongs to those who can adapt. The biggest skill today is the ability to learn new skills. You don't need to become a genius programmer or a robotics engineer, but you must understand the world you're entering. A world where technology is not just a tool, it is a competitor. A world where stability comes not from a single job, but from continuous learning. The question now is not, will automation take our jobs? The question is, are we preparing ourselves for the new world that automation is creating? Because while machines may work without rest, without emotion, without fear, they cannot dream, they cannot imagine, they cannot innovate the way humans do. And that is where our strength lies. The end of cheap labor is not the end of opportunity. It is the beginning of a new era, one that demands awareness, adaptability, and courage. The people who understand this shift will rise with it. The people who ignore it may be left behind. The choice is ours.
the future is coming faster than we think, and the time to prepare for it is now.